And now, welcome to our lesson on the 5-paragraph essay structure and strategy. Didn't change my clothes, but I changed the background. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. So we have another Prezi presentation, and we're going to talk about essay structure. So this is our preliminary talk about essay structure. There are some more detailed things that we'll get into when we get to the second essay. So the 5-paragraph essay structure and strategy is a strategy used for writing formal essays. It's used mostly in the Western part of the world. Different regions of the world have different philosophies for writing, and thus the structures may be different. But the Americas, Europe, tend to use this kind of structure. Looks like we lost internet there, but I think it's coming back. Yeah, it's back. All right, so this essay structure works for essays from 3 paragraphs all the way to however many paragraphs you need. If you think you're ever going to write a 1-paragraph essay, you're going to write a 3-paragraph essay, because the details of what you're saying is that body paragraph, but you're going to add an introduction paragraph and a conclusion paragraph. So introduction, body, conclusion. And that's means you have one main point, but we always teach the 5-paragraph essay so that you can see the relationships between the having several body paragraphs in an essay and what goes along with that. So let's start. 5-paragraph essay. I like to do things in 3 parts. So just like the writing process of 3 parts, I'm going to do the 5-paragraph essay in 3 parts. So the parts are the introduction paragraph, the body of the essay, and the conclusion paragraph. Let's start with the introduction. Introduction has 3 parts. We have the attention grabber, your main points, and the thesis statement. So the attention grabber, or the hook, see, there it is. This, of course, it's supposed to do what it says. It's supposed to grab your reader's attention or hook them in. When you do this, be creative and don't be cliche. Don't write stuff that you think everybody's going to write on there as your attention grabber, but on purpose, put some thoughts in that is meant to grab your reader's attention. It's meant to make them look at your paper, look at those first few lines, and mentally salivate to have to read on what your paper is about. Because if someone reads your attention grabber, they should not be able to put your paper down and be like, that sounds boring, I don't want to read that. They should read your attention grabber and just be like, I can't put this down until I know what they're talking about. That's how it should work. After attention grabber, you're going to mention your main points. Your main points are the things that you are going to get into detail about in your body paragraphs. So each main point, if it's a 5-paragraph essay, you're going to have 3 main points. So that means you're going to have 3 body paragraphs. I suggest giving 1 sentence to each main point. And if you do that, that will make sure that your introduction paragraph is nice and full. It's good to start off with an introduction paragraph that's about 150 words or so. Yeah, make sure you make these word counts. For our class, the word counts for each essay is 750 words, so you want to make sure you make that. After your main points, you are going to write your thesis statement. Now, your thesis statement That's weird the way it's set up, the way it blended. Anyway, your thesis statement is one complete sentence that tells the main idea of your entire paper in a self-explanatory way. So if you took that one sentence and put it on a blank piece of paper and gave it to someone to read, they should be able to read that one sentence and tell what your paper is about all by itself. They shouldn't have to question what something means, particularly an undefined pronoun. So if your thesis says something like, she picked it up and did that with it, we need to know who she is. We need to know what it is. We need to know what that is. So it needs to be self-explanatory all by itself. Think of an opening statement done by like some dramatic attorney, where they might start off by saying, "What would you do if your poor little baby was hit by a crazy driver right in your neighborhood?" And then they might, that'll be the attention grabber. And then they might go into some main points and say that Scott Whittleby was just walking his dog when Marcus Houston, oh, that's a real person, when Marcus Houston came speeding down his cul-de-sac doing donuts and hit poor little Freckles while he was just trying to use the grass as a bathroom like dogs do. Let's see. Marcus Houston was recklessly driving. He should pay $20,000 for Freckles' hospital bills, and he should do community service at the local Humane Society. Those could be the main points. And the thesis statement could be, because Marcus Houston hit Freckles while he was recklessly driving, he should be held accountable to the full extent of the law. And then he drops the mic and says, well, just drop the mic. I guess we don't rest the case right there. I'm not really into those law shows and stuff. All right, so yeah, you want that last sentence of your introduction paragraph to be something that tells the whole main idea of what you're writing. Let's get to the body paragraphs. So body paragraph number 1 is the first main point that you mentioned. That's what it's all about, the first main point. Body paragraph number 2 is all about the second main point. Body paragraph number 3 is all about the third main point. Now, the body paragraphs do have structures to themselves. So the first thing is a topic sentence, which is like a thesis statement for that body paragraph. It follows the same rules. It should be one complete sentence that tells the main idea of the body paragraph. After the topic sentence comes support and details. So you're going to give examples, support, details about your topic sentence, that main point. And then you want to transition from one body paragraph to another body paragraph. So at the end of a body paragraph, before another body paragraph. So at the end of body paragraph number 1 and number 2, you're going to have a transition sentence. And a transition sentence is a sentence that starts out by talking about the current paragraph's topic and ends talking about the next paragraph's topic. It's a creative thing. We'll work with transitions for the second and third essay. After the body of the essay comes a conclusion paragraph. If you have an introduction paragraph, you have a conclusion paragraph. Because the conclusion paragraph is basically the same as the introduction, just in reverse order. So here we're going to start with the thesis statement. It's just that it's reworded. After your reworded thesis, you're going to mention your main points. And you can do that in several different ways you can reword your main points from your introduction paragraph. You can reword your topic sentences and put them there. Or if your paper like winds down to a conclusion, you can mention your main points in a conclusive way here. And just like we start off with a hook or an attention grabber, we're going to end with a clincher or an statement. And in this statement, it should leave your audience feeling something or thinking something, so that after they put your paper down and they go about their day, they still are carrying your message with them. Like something you said is still like hooked onto their heart or hooked into their minds, and they have to think about what you said later on. So it should still be something that touches them in some way. So yeah, that is the 5-paragraph essay structure and strategy. Practice it, use it, love it, and let's see, it is a structure, and it does have like boundaries that you should play with. But as long as you don't go too far outside the boundaries, you're likely to have a good paper. It's just that no matter what topic you're writing about, you should have your own flavor to how you to your words. And even in writing, we call this a voice. So when anybody reads your essay, they should be able to like read out your voice, almost hear your voice in your words. So don't think that you have to be, very stringent in how you're talking. Add your flavor to it. Just don't be too informal. Like no slang. Don't cuss unless it's absolutely necessary. But yeah, that's the structure. And if you have any questions about that, let me know. All right, until the next lesson, peace.